For watching tonight, I'm John Evans.
I'm Frances Weller. Tonight, one woman is speaking out after her life changed overnight.
I have lived in many other countries and I've seen things like this happen in other countries, and I never would have expected it to happen in the U.S.
Noelle Veltze lives in Wilmington, but she's also lived all over the world, working with the United States Agency of International Development. You may have heard it's called USAID.
President Trump signed an executive order in January freezing funding for that agency. WECT's Delaney Tarpley talked to Ms. Veltze today. She's been furloughed, but that could turn into a permanent layoff at any moment. Delaney, she tells you she's really actually more concerned for others than herself at this point.
Yeah, that's right, John. Veltze says she's worried about the countries that will no longer receive humanitarian aid from the U.S. because of this decision. But she's also worried about how it could create problems for the United States itself. Just 1 month before Noelle Veltze's 20th anniversary working with USAID, her world turned upside down.
I lost my job, maybe permanently, maybe temporarily. We're not sure how this will shake out.
Veltze says she is one of nearly 2,000 people in North Carolina impacted by USAID's job cuts and funding freezes. President Donald Trump signed an executive order in January, immediately pausing all spending on foreign aid.
We owe the American people the assurances that every dollar we are spending abroad is being spent on something that furthers our national interest.
But according to Veltze, all the work she's seen at USAID is aligned with the national interest.
It is an organization that is putting the interests of Americans first. The reality is that it's a relatively small portion of the overall national budget. It's less than 1%, and the payoff is huge in terms of making us safer and bringing benefits to the U.S.
Some of those programs abroad that Veltze says are helping the United States: the Global Health Program, preventing communicable diseases from spreading back to the United States.
You know, USAID programs are the ones that monitor those infectious diseases and ensure that those people aren't traveling to the U.S. and avoiding those diseases coming to the U.S.
Another program that Veltze has direct involvement with is helping other countries develop economically, something that she says benefits America as well.
When we create jobs for people, they're less inclined to join gangs, they're less inclined to join terrorist groups, or even try to, enter the U.S.
While she no longer knows what the future holds for her and her coworkers at the agency, she's hopeful that her work helping those overseas and here at home will continue. Now, something else that Veltze says she's concerned by is what she calls a mischaracterization of what the agency does. She says if you visited the USAID website, you can see a list of programs and the work that they do, but that website, as of February 1st, has been taken offline. John.
Delaney, I saw today the U.S. Supreme Court made a decision today that would order the president to actually release some of that USAID funding that he wanted to freeze. So does that play into Ms. Veltze's situation?
Well, it is only some of the funding, not all. In a 5-4 vote, the Supreme Court said the administration will have to pay contractors $2 billion to complete some projects that are already underway through USAID. The administration plans to cut around $60 billion worth of projects in total, though, so this is really just a small fraction in the grand scheme of things.
All right, Delaney, appreciate the story. Thanks.